Obviously, this is a pressure game, Tommy, that goes without say. Have you, as part of your job over the last few days, been to about trying to put a lid on that a little bit for the players?
Yeah, because we haven't really mentioned the importance of the game. I mean, the players know that, and if they didn't, I would be very surprised. So it's very much trying to keep everything low key as possible. Be bubbly around them, be enthusiastic around them, make sure they get the work in that they need, the right information that they need, and keep things as simple as possible. I mean, when you play Wednesday, Sunday, recovery is important as well. So we want them to be mentally and physically fresh to go out and play, hopefully, which is the last game of the season for us. So it's not a case, there's no, I don't think there's any hidden secret. I don't think the relegation word has been mentioned at all, and it doesn't need to be, because players are fully aware of the situation. So since we've come in, I say we've just tried to keep everything on a low key in terms of regarding the situation.
So it seems what you're saying there, that the players have actually, since Wednesday night, and despite that kind of disappointment, I guess in the end, that their mood's been pretty good, has it?
The mood's been excellent. I mean, I can't, they didn't come in on Friday morning feeling sorry for themselves. I know that's been mentioned. Some pundits seem to think we've felt sorry for ourselves all season. I don't know how you can equate that. To make statements like that. They haven't. They've trained well. They were lively. And I say we've had 2 good training sessions since Wednesday. So they're mentally and physically, and they've got all the information they need. They're prepared. They're ready to go out and hopefully finish the season off on a high.
You talked about on Wednesday night some of the defending being naive. Have you worked on that specifically in training? Have you had a quiet word with one or 2 of the players to try and rectify that?
I mean, we go over the goals. We go over everything that we do in terms of video analysis. So we went over the goals. We've looked at the number of little things that we could have done better, particularly on the 2 goals we conceded off restarts. And ultimately, it's not the person that maybe makes where people see the obvious mistake. There were 3 or 4 mistakes, little where people maybe should be 5 yards to the left or 5 yards deeper, where somebody could have talked and give information that somebody deals with a situation better. So that happens on a regular basis, and it doesn't. And on a positive as well as on when you're highlighting things that we haven't done as well. So nothing's changed. There's no, we didn't have a crisis meeting or anything. It was just what we normally do. We go over the game, the recent game that we played, and analyse it and look at how we've done things well, and also highlight things that we maybe haven't done so well.
And how are you feeling yourself? Because this managerial business can be pressurised at the best of times, can't it?
No, I'm fine. I'm really good. I've been in the game a long time. I think I've nearly 600 games, so it doesn't bother me. I mean, I joke with the players, and it's a bit frivolous of me at times to say, look, as long as you wake up in the morning, it's going to be a good day. So that's I'm not over anxious or anything about the game. I trust the players to go out and get the job done.
And is there anything from your previous experience as a coach or a manager or a player that you can draw on from this one?
As I said, earlier, I haven't experienced a last day. Where the results are, there's so much importance on them, other than when I played, and I can't remember that far back how I dealt with that. But I know that the day that we did stay up, when we were under Kevin Keegan and Leicester scored a late goal, And then we scored an even later goal. They scored in the 90th minute, we scored in the 92nd. Nobody knew, well, we knew when we scored in the 92nd that we were safe, but it actually wouldn't have mattered because other results, the draw would have still done us. So at least this time we'll know what's happening at Motherwell, and you know, I'll be able to deal with that and know what we have to do. If we have to go and chase the game, we'll do that. If it looks that it's a foregone conclusion that Ross County are going to stay up, it'll help me make substitutions that I may have to, you know, get people ready for Thursday night.
So you've made that conscious decision that you want to know what's going on at the other game?
Yeah, just for a one-off. Normally, no. Didn't do it on Wednesday night. Didn't do it previously when there was about 2 or 3 games to go. When Hamilton played Motherwell, I think, at home, with 6 o'clock game. So, and we kicked off later. Didn't know the result. Didn't want the results. All the staff, it was quite easier with COVID. That all the staff around the ground were told not to sort of relay the result because listen, it can work both ways. You know, if obviously that night Hamilton get beat, but if if they're winning, it adds sort of more pressure, I think, to you. So I think when you have 3 or 4 games to go, it's not really an issue. I think on a one-off game, I think it would be, it wouldn't be. I don't think I'd be doing my job properly if I didn't keep one eye on the other game.
Just finally, experience in the squad, that it's obviously there in abundance. Could that be key tomorrow, do you think?
Hopefully. They've Broadfoot has played in big games. Parr and Dicker as well. You know what I mean? Burke. They've all played in big games. Lafferty. But we're going into the game. We've had 2 defeats, I think, in 8 or 9 games. So we're going into the game in decent. The only sort of average performance was Motherwell, because we should have beaten St Mirren in the cup. When we only lost in the cup, the penalty kicks. That's the rules of the competition. So, in effect, over 90 minutes, we've only lost 1 game in the last 8 or 9. So, we're in a good place. We're playing with a bit of confidence. I don't think anybody could say that we are playing like a team that are in the position that we're in. So the players just have to go out, be focused, but also be relaxed and not be tense, about the situation and worry about what the consequences are, what might happen. You just go out and deal with the situation that's in front of you.